we did get a bit confused, so we've actually just found sanctuary with people that look like they're going to Disney. Surely we can't go wrong there. There's people with Disney tops, and we thought, let's just, if we stay with them, then we can't go wrong. Welcome to a brand new Disney vlog series. If you're new to the channel, my name's James Farrow and I occasionally film my Centre Parks and Disney trips. Today we are off to Disneyland Paris, and when I say we, it's me and my fiance Leon, who's here as well. Give us a wave. And we're going to Disneyland Paris via the Eurostar in a matter of hours, actually. We are actually staying on Disney property for the first time. We actually haven't stayed on Disney property in Disney Paris before, and we're staying at Disney's Newport Bay, somewhere where we've actually wanted to stay for a while. So we have 4 days worth of park tickets, which includes today and the day that we come back. You actually have to now stop off at Lille Europe, because from June this year, it's no longer, you can't get a direct train to Disneyland Paris, so we've timed this really well. But I think we just looked at it, it's going to be an hour and 20 minutes. My arm hurts already. If you saw the camera I have, like, you will realise that this might not be a good idea for a Disney trip. It's an hour and 20 minutes from ST Pancras to Lille, and then about an hour and 6 minutes, I think, to get from Lille to Disneyland Paris. So it's actually nice that it's going to break up, because we have about half an hour layover in Lille, and that's just an excuse to eat something. But now, you actually join us at the Travelodge Kings Cross Central. I think this is Kings Cross Grand Central. It is the hottest room ever. It was £133, which we just thought, because we're from Cumbria, we wanted to break the journey up, because travelling 6 hours from Cumbria and then travelling to Paris, the times just wouldn't work either. So we wanted to stay here. And £133, and honestly, we got here yesterday and the air conditioning doesn't work, and they have fans in the room. And we got here and the Kit Kats that they had in this cup were completely melted. I think I took a shot of it. It's just been very hot. Anyway, Leon is laughing at me because he's thinking that I'm just waffling on. No. So, yeah, I think that's it. It's 5 to 9, and we're now going to go and walk to ST Pancras, grab some food, grab some breakfast. We've got all our bags as well. You can actually, with the Eurostar, you can actually take 2 bits of luggage and hand luggage. So I've got these two as my luggage, and that's my hand luggage. There's a lot to take. Let's go to ST Pancras. Okay, we've made it to ST Pancras. And we were here earlier today as well. That's a really nice shot, isn't it? If you look over here, and I've got my bags at the same time, so I'm not going to turn the camera, I'm just going to turn myself because it's going to be easier. You've got Eurostar behind us. I don't know whether you can see that. I don't know whether I mentioned earlier, but Leon had breakfast this morning at McDonald's. It's a bit too early for me, so they have a lot of food places at ST Pancras, or as my sister would call it, Pancreas. That's a shout out to you, Laura. So I'm going to try and find somewhere to eat, and probably show you what I'm eating, because that might be why you're here for this vlog. You might be hungry.
We just walked up them stairs to come down.
Yeah.
We didn't do that very well, did we?
Oh yeah, that's true. We wanted to walk through the main entrance, but if you walk through the main entrance, it comes right at the top.
James wanted to walk through the front entrance for the shot.
Yeah.
I wanted to avoid the steps.
It's all about that shot. And also, if you can see a lot of dust, there is a lot of dust on my lens. And worryingly, I film weddings off this camera. And the thing is, because I have no spare hands, you've just got a nice shot of my chin, which I probably won't ever use. It's very busy. This is Eurostar. I'm actually going to show you as we're coming past it. I shot my chin again. So we are getting We are getting the 4 minutes past 11. It says to Amsterdam, but I said don't be confused because it is going to Lille, so it's not going to say straight to Disney. So after all that, I've managed to get a granola pot from Pret. I just really couldn't be bothered to try and find somewhere to eat. So we're going for the granola pot. It's 13 minutes past 10 and we have about 55... I don't know why I try and do math at the last minute. Okay, it's 13 minutes past 10 and it's 50 minutes until we actually get on the train, and I think the gate, Leon said the gate gets announced 20 minutes before. I have not ridden the Eurostar for 9 years and it's quite, it's a lot busier than I thought it would be. There's a lot of people just standing around. We are just very early anyway, but we are, as you can tell, just near a wall. I also didn't know how big it was in this area, and I will show you in a minute, but there's like, you've got duty free and then a little area around the side also selling perfumes. That's all there is. So I almost thought it was going to be like duty free or that area when you get past security when you fly. So if you're after food or if you're after sandwiches or anything, I would do it before, which is what we've done. We quickly nipped into Boots and paid 12p for a paper bag that's ripped. But we're letting that fly. This is what's happening. You've missed a lot. It's pretty uneventful actually. Yeah, you haven't missed too much. We're on platform 10 and we're going up. We're on our way to Paris. I look like a sweaty mess. Okay, I'm going rogue. Just trying to do all this one-handed. It's 10:51 and we're about to board the train, which is pretty good going actually. And we leave at 4 minutes past 11. If you saw me right now, my mother's dream. We're under the tunnel. In the tunnel. Don't want to be under the tunnel. Less than 20 minutes until we get to Lille. 30 minutes at Lille, walking around, buying things possibly, and then getting on a train, which is going to be an hour and 6 minutes until we get to Disney, and then straight to Newport Bay, check out the rooms, see how incredible they are, and then I think we're just going to go to Disneyland Park. But this has been a really comfy train. You literally blink and you're from London and you're in France. Recommended. So welcome to Lille Europe. We've just come up from this area down here, so we're just trying to see what platform we're going to be at, but the departure's board, as you can see that, so we are getting the 1403, but the platform isn't up yet. There's a Primark, and I think when we were looking there was a cheaper option as well of getting to Disney Paris, and I think there's a station around that side. We have just dived into the nearest shop, and it's weird because obviously you now have to pay euros and I actually don't know where my euros are, but these look incredible. Get a load of those. But the thing is, we're now about to go to Disney and probably spend all of our money tonight on food, but these bad boys, I feel like they're coming home with us.
Coach number 7, seat 21.
We're on platform 44. It's a little bit confusing because there's 2 trains due at the same time. One goes to Strasbourg and one goes to Marseille St. Charles. We did get a bit confused, so we've actually just found sanctuary with people that look like they're going to Disney. Surely we can't go wrong there. There's people with Disney tops and we thought, let's just, if we stay with them, then we can't go wrong. It does look a little bit confusing though. It looks like it's the same train but they split off. Leon's dealing with it. I'm just here filming myself, pretending I know where I'm going. We're on the right train. We are maybe about an hour away. I'm gonna have a choke because I've eaten 2 Twixes. Hotter than the sun on this train, but we've got Google Maps up. Leon's got Google Translator up. We're just learning a bit of French. We've got here. We're going to walk through Disney Village. Our hotel's really close here actually. I cannot remember any of this. And I'm really dark, aren't I? But I am here. Can't remember any of this. Oh, it's really weird. You feel like you're in Florida, weirdly. I think it's the heat. So, Walt Disney Studios on the left, and then Disneyland Park on the right. We're on the way to Newport Bay. We don't need to get a car because we are right in the resort area. If you can look past the sweat, we've made it. We walked through Disney Village. There was one moment where, I remember a few weeks ago, or months ago, we watched Brogan Tate's vlog where she came here with Benji, but they walked the wrong way. We started to walk that way, and then we thought, hang on, no, we've seen this before. So we just came through Disney Village. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's really hot. It's maybe like a 10-minute walk with suitcases. It's not bad at all. And as soon as you get here, I know I'm going to compare this all the time with Florida, because that's the only Disney experience really I've had, but this feels like Florida. You feel like you're in, obviously you are in a Disney hotel, but you feel like you're in an American Disney hotel. It's lovely. Even down to, it's a bit inside, I hope you get what I mean by this. It feels a bit Beauty and the Beastie. Maybe it's the dark blue velvet. And there's a nice shop over there as well. We were just saying when we came in 2014, I don't think we did any of Disney Village. We literally just ran around because it was so cold in December, and we had 1 day to do 2 parks. I don't actually feel like we've experienced Disney Paris before, so it's going to be a really nice new experience for both of us. Can you see my sweat? It's very hot, which is also giving Florida vibes. Leon has all our paperwork just to make sure that everything goes well. Look at it. Oh, it's very on theme. I love it already. It's giving me cruise ship vibes. Or an updated Titanic vibe. So we're on the 3rd floor. Room 3216. Cute. Do you know what? It's not what I expected. Because of the picture it showed 2 beds, so I just assumed that, just like Florida, there's 2 beds. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Oh, just a family out there. Oh, look at the headboard. Love the headboard. And I guess that is the cruise ship vibe, isn't it? With the portholes up there. A little dressing table. I've been going on about water all day. Newport Bay, you are doing it right. Don't normally do this, but we're just going. Okay, that's just for show. Okay. These for show. Okay, so they actually open. These are going to be for show, aren't they? Okay, so that's the park bus. That's the, or should I say, that is the Disney Village train shuttle bus that you can get. Got a little chair. Which is right outside, which is really handy. Look at the carpet as well. Yeah. It smells lovely. I don't know whether it smells like my my great nan's house, which I don't know whether that's a. Yeah, I think it smells like someone's. It smells like old. Oh, it smells like poo apparently. Oh, it has a smell of old. Could be the mahogany. But you'll have to trust me, it's shampoo. Which I'm assuming the other ones. Oh, also shampoo. And then you've also got some shower gel. This has just turned into an impromptu room tour, but you know what? We're doing it. Towels, nice bath, a nice seat. You want to get out of the bath and just catch your breath. Storage under there for anything you need. And this is throwing it back to the Haven holidays. Got too involved with that. I actually feel like I look quite, burnt. I was going to say brown. Some more glasses, just in case you get thirsty in the bathroom. Some face cloths, coat hangers, ironing board and an iron. Nice full-length mirror. I think that's pretty much it. Leon's just watching. What's this? Oh, that smell. Where am I? There you go. So that's the Parisian version of the Newport Bay version of Walt Disney World today. In Florida, I always carry a bag because I've got my camera equipment in the back. And I always get really sweaty, so when I take it off, luckily, we're going on a ride, so no one can see your sweaty back. But now, when we were just getting signed in by Joshua, the cast member, I did see that he was kind of looking at my top, so I don't know whether you can see this, but that's where my camera's been. I don't think you can see that. It's probably best that you can't. Patch there. And also just, yeah, that's how hot it is. Again, you probably can't see that, but I've got, maybe this light. Let's get it for you. Yeah, just where my bag's been. Oh, that looks really bad. Do we do the back? This is where I lose a subscriber. Now I can't tell, but when I watch this back, I'll be able to tell. Oh, that's bad. I haven't changed my top yet, but so if you can still see the marks, we'll just get over that. The cast member downstairs, Joshua, he gave us, and I don't know how much you know, we're not the first ones to stay here, but if this is the first vlog that you've watched of Newport Bay Club, then you might want to know this. So you get the Lighthouse Journal, and it has information on. So when we were walking here, and whether I kept that footage in, we arrived and I said that you can get I think you could get a shuttle from here to the train station or the park, one of them, and it comes every 10 minutes. And it does, he confirmed it. So if you have a lot of luggage, or if you have kids that just, you think, we're not going to get there without some kind of, tantrum or something, then you can just get the shuttle. It comes every 10 minutes. And we might get to that point because it is really hot, but we have been sat down all day. And I think when we go back to the park in a little while, we're just going to, I say back to the park, when we go that way, we are just going to walk, I think, aren't we? Because we don't want to, again, we've been sat down. And as soon as we got here and checked in, we both said we're not going to do the Eurostar again. We would just fly. I think it's fine if you're travelling from London, but 6 hours down to London, staying in a hotel that has no aircon, and then the Eurostar twice. The flight's like an hour. And he also said, so we aren't booked in for breakfast, but the breakfast is available from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And he also said, because we are staying in a resort hotel, usual guest park admission for anyone else is at 9:30, but we get it at 8:30. So we will be taking full advantage of that over the next few days. And I think that's pretty much it. We're on floor 3. There's really nothing else to tell you. We're going to get our bearings, and then we're going to head out to Disney Village, shops, and maybe the parks, we don't know, and just have a look. So, see you in a minute. Okay, we're now going to dive into the Bay Boutique. This is very nice. Now, am I going to spend my euros right this second? I think the answer's no, but it's always nice to have this shop in the hotel, isn't it? Wanted to point out that I've bought 600 euros with me. I really didn't know how many to bring, but we were supposed to go to Italy in May and it got cancelled. And I mean, we had 600 euros, so I thought I'm just going to bring that. We realise that we have a lot of this and we probably shouldn't buy any more. Leon did say it's going to be in here. Oh, there he is. Lurking around the corners. And they're going to have a look. 3216. They had the name anyway, so... No.
Just
the aircon. One thing at a time. If you're wondering what that's about, we just got into the room, 3216, and the aircon's not working, and you will know that we spent a night at the Travelodge at Kings Cross, and the aircon didn't work, and we've been up since like 4 o'clock, and we just can't deal with that tonight. But... Say that again?
I just sprayed myself with room spray.
Oh, you sprayed yourself with room spray. And they're going to sort it anyway. That's cute.
I might get it.
100 years of magic. How much? How much for the viewers?
Country Bears on it as well.
That made
36 euros.
36 euros?
Okay.
Straight away?
Yeah.
My God. Living on the edge. I really like these designs, and I love the fact that they do lounge fly over here. They obviously probably have done lounge fly over here for years, but again, I'm new to Disney Paris, so you're going to all have to bear with me here. Oh, no way! No! Okay, I'm getting them.
Look at which ones you've got.
No way! Yeah, but these are the original. So if you are an avid Disney vlog watcher, in 2019 I went to try and find these. I'm going to shake them some more. And yeah, I have the new versions and I've brought them with me, but straight away that's the first purchase. Yeah, we should probably check how much they are. €20, amazing. It'd be $25 or $30 in America. Yeah, I'm gonna get them. Literally America right there. Should we have a look at the snacks quickly? Leon's just buying his top. Lay's, if you've been to Tenerife as a kid, Lay's is otherwise known as Walkers in the UK. You know, I'm not overly fussed by this. It's just crisps and some bags of what looks like mushrooms. And not mushrooms, marshmallows. Just made our first purchases. Mickey ears, which I've wanted since 2019. €20. I feel like if that was in Florida, that would have been about 30. You said like 36? $36. And it's also nice that when you get to the till, and I'm not saying anything about Florida because I love Florida, but it's also nice when you get to the till you pay what it actually says, because the tax, there's just no tax added. That's a hotel. So Sequoia Lodge over there is where we had actually booked to stay in 2020, and obviously with COVID we couldn't stay there.
Close together, aren't they?
Yeah, so Newport Bay, Sequoia Lodge, the Art of Marvel over there. I've made this first mistake as a ginger.
Disney fashion.
I haven't put sun cream on.
There's a Lego store.
I'd like to do... Leon has recently become obsessed with Lego. I don't know whether it's just the generic smell of aircon, but you instantly smell like you're in Disney, Florida. There's going to be a lot of this. Oh god, it smells so good. And it's just a shop full of people, sweaty people. And I just said it smells so good. We saw this in London last night. Possibly a purchase. I don't know whether things are cheaper here than they are in Lego in London with the exchange rate. Is it cheaper to get things here than it is back at home? Who knows? Off to Disney fashion? Oh yes. See, these colours are just very me. You'll notice these because of my channel anyway. They're very me. Christ. We needed to bring €1,000, didn't we?
39. 39 for a spirit jersey.
They're probably something I just don't leave the house in.
You say that all the time with spirit jerseys and then never take them off.
Bought two with me.
40% off chance.
I feel like I'm going to spend all my money. Which is obviously what you want to do, but I definitely should have bought more, I think. So I'm really looking forward to doing Phantom Manor. Because again, I can't remember the last time I did it. I don't think I have done it. Whoa, whoa. The smell again is just Disney, isn't it? But maybe it's actually what they sell. It's the food. It's the mix of the food that smells like it.
Maybe.
Because they can't just... I don't think they're pumping the same smell into...
Did you do that?
I'd be impressed. I think it's a mix of popcorn and sun cream. Yeah, one question we had was what are the snacks like here in comparison to Florida? And this is some more. Yeah, I get a chocolate coin wherever I go. Shortbread with seeds. Large organic shortbread. And organic chocolate shortbread. And also some cookies, which is probably some kind of shortbread.
This is literally Florida.
Oh, this is beautiful. Even though it's like loads smaller than the one at Disney Springs, it's still a lot to take in, isn't it? So I really like this bag. I feel like it's a really weird size bag. Do you know what I mean? It just seems like it's quite wide and girthy. That's a wide bag, isn't it? That's a girthy bag. That's a normal size bag. That's a girthy bag. Actually gonna go into the Disneyland Park. We're ready. We said that with some determination. 9 years. Sweaty messes. We didn't know how we were going to feel because, like I said, we came here 9 years ago and we didn't really immerse ourselves enough. Oh my god, it smells like Pirates of the Caribbean and it's just water. Is this just how normal things smell? But we just link it to Disney. The music! Look where we are!
I feel like we should
become annual pass holders.
really.
The key to the magic.
I'm gonna lose this key.
Do you want me to hold
Yes, please. I literally just said I'm gonna lose it, so yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we're fine. Oh, look at it! You're teary. We're in Disney. We're in a familiar place, but not the same place.
And also they've got the tram lines running through the middle, so it sections it off, which obviously is different in Florida. Yep, the popcorn's there. The smell of the popcorn is there. Oh, it's there. Just gonna get a... Oh yeah, you pull that popcorn. I think there's gonna be a parade, so we're gonna just dash in a shop. Oh. Oh my god, it smells so good. I apologise for the noises.
And I'm gonna say it. Yeah, we have been. And it's closer to us as well. Don't worry, we will be going back to Disney World at some point. And I know I keep saying this, but like, they've got the smell down. It smells exactly the same. Do you get that? Like, is it the furniture? Is it the sweaty people? I could be in Florida right now.
I don't know the professional name or the actual name of this, but it's the glass place. Well, this is sweet. I didn't realise that this was here. And again, there's a lot to take in, and there's a lot of nice smells. So Main Street is to the right, and then they have this area that you can come down, go into the shops on the right, but also just avoid Main Street if it's busy or if there are parades and you just don't want to see it, because we're going to be here tomorrow. We've dived in another shop which almost looks like Big Top Treats. I think that's what you call it. I'm tired. So Casey's Corner is still... I thought that was a real person then. Casey's Corner is still on the corner, obviously. I just heard it when I said it. This is so weird. Well, yeah, I feel like from now, it is a bit trippy. Phantom Manor is just through the trees. We have not done this together. I don't think I've ever done it.
I've got those eyes when you land in Florida.
dry, tired eyes.
Dry, tired eyes. This looks insane.
It's familiar, but it's not the same. 20 minutes wait time.
We never... Come on, camera. We never get to a Disney park on travel day and come to the park. We never go to Disney on travel day and go to a park. And that's what we're doing today. Does it feel nice to immerse yourself straight away?
Yeah. But then I feel like we're not going to have that cute feeling
Tomorrow.
I feel like first full day of walking into the park and it being like...
We will.
Oh, cute.
We will. Let's do Phantom Manor.
This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Par ailleurs, il n'y a ni porte, ni fenêtre. Par où sortir?
The moon shines high on the dead oak trees.
Scoops your back for the midnight street.
Coolly fingering weary eyes.
Start to shriek.
Come on, night. Simply don't stop to socialize. Welcome, but beware of hitchhiking ghosts.
We both decided it's not as good as the Florida one, and maybe we shouldn't be here doing this week, constantly comparing, but you're bound to if that's the only other park you've been to. Similarities, like the knocking on the door and the piano, And it didn't end the same either. I enjoyed it. Do I look? Oh, they look a mess. They look a mess. Well, I do at this point. It's 8 o'clock on travel day. We're both knackered. We've just eaten at the Hyperion, which I keep forgetting the name of, and Leon has to keep trying to remind me, so I'll be honest about that. We queued for like half an hour, which wasn't their fault, but by the time that we got there, I was just knackered, and we just had a final look around the Disneyland park, and then we are actually right near our hotel now, Newport Bay. I'll quickly tell you what I ate, because I did film it, because I'm trying to get better at that. I had a chicken sandwich, well, a chicken burger with fries and water, and again, €15, which I think is really good, especially if you've been to Florida. I feel like that would have been $55 plus tax. We just had a little bit of a Moozy Moo down Main Street as well. Got some cookies, and now we're on the way back. So I just wanted to say, if you've watched the vlog and if you're stuck with it, thank you, and we're gonna crack on with the rest of the days we've got. Hello and welcome to day 1 of our Disneyland Paris vlog series, and welcome to Newport Bay. I'm not going to show you the bed because it's a little bit messy, but I love our bedroom. So you've got a window at the side and a window window at the side and a window in front of you. I will just say, when we first got here, the aircon wasn't working, but they did sort that out by the time we got back to the room. 3 French men just turned up to the room. Now normally, we wouldn't normally have a problem with that, but they just turned up, so all 3 just kind of walked in, talking French to the telly. He did something around the back, flicked a switch, and then there we are. But then we realised all we have to watch anyway is BBC News. So we fell asleep to like breaking news last night. You know, not what I envisioned at Disney. But you can't have it all. Like I said yesterday, we are just rediscovering Disneyland Paris, and it was a really good start yesterday. Everyone was lovely, and I probably didn't include all the times that I kept referring to as, oh, this is like Florida, smells like Florida. It's gonna be a good day, let's do it.
So it's currently 8:30 and we get early entry. And we've kind of found out that everybody's kind of going to the Walt Disney World Studios, Disney Studios, sorry. So it seems quite quiet.
I've said this before in other vlogs. My favourite time at a park is dawn and dusk. I feel like in Disney World it's all flutes and classical music. I feel like I'm at the club.
We've changed to the classical music now. The classic Disney music.
The first ride we're going on today is Big Thunder. Because we have this hour, we just wanted to choose something that is going to be really popular, and the wait time of this was quite high yesterday when we got here. My watch thinks I'm doing a workout, which, to be fair, I feel like I am. When I came in the 90s with my mum, she said that this was the one ride that I wanted to keep going on, and we've heard that this is, I think, the best version of Big Thunder in any Disney park. And any vlog that we watch, everybody says that it's longer, it's more extreme, and I think that's what you want from Big Thunder. Although the one in Florida kind of does throw you around like a sack of crabs.
crazy.
Oh, you've almost not Larry anymore.
I thought I was going to give birth at that dark bit.
We've just done Big Thunder Mountain. It was more intense than the Florida one. It definitely is the best Big Thunder that there is. I was just constantly just waiting for a big drop, but obviously with Big Thunder there isn't a big drop. Right near the end, you're in the dark for quite a long time, and if it's your first time, you think that, well, I thought there was going to be a big drop, and there wasn't. But it was really good. We enjoyed it, didn't we?
We did.
So, Leon's got me in the queue for Indiana Jones. I've never done a loop ride. Don't know whether a loop ride's going to happen. My stomach's just gone. Typical James Farrow. But it's a 5-minute wait, which it happens with all the rides I don't want to do. Holy this is going to be stupid. I apologise for my language. Been upside down?
Yeah. You did a loop. What did you think?
I don't know. I think it was over too quickly. Oh, they're not sending us around again, are they? Do you know what? A loop-de-loop feels exactly like banking on Everest. Yeah. Like I feel like I've been upside down before. Please don't send us around again. I don't think, in terms of footage, that there's going to be anything that you'd have seen there.
So you can tell I did the ride, and because I got the ride, I bought some more ears because when I go on a ride that I don't like, I need to buy something from it, and the ears were just that today. That was my first ride that I've ever been on that has a loop-de-loop, because I'm just petrified of rides. Again, if you are no stranger to any of our trips in Disney or wherever we go that has rides, I am not great with rides, and like my hands were vibrating before going on. And I think years ago I'd have probably sat down on that ride and thought, nope, and then you leave, and then you always feel like you've let yourself down. And again, I couldn't really keep my eyes open. I don't know how the footage is on the GoPro, because you had a overhead restraint and you had to have your, well, if you want to hang on, you hold there, so there's nothing really to have in front. Probably wouldn't go on it if I had a headache, and I'm not going to say I wouldn't go on it again. Who knows? That's a win for me. We're having a break from the rides because 2 seems to be more than enough at the moment, and we're going up the We're going up the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. We got some nice views of the park as well, hopefully, and try not to trip over. Oh, the castle! I'm assuming that's Pirates of the Caribbean as well. Completely ignoring the fact that this is actually quite high. A child. It's time for Pirates of the Caribbean. Last time I went on this was in 2014 with my mum, my sister, Leon. Been with Leon like a year. Went on this ride. He knew I didn't like rides, but still trying to play it cool. And didn't realise the drops in there. And there's a little kid in front. And I remember swearing at the child. Hopefully this is going to be a little bit better.
I don't remember any of this.
No, I don't. I was in sheer panic.
It's all coming back to me. This is a bit bigger than I remember it being.
Qui veut des perles et des diamants? Montre-leur la marchandise. Et maintenant, notre fripouille. J'ai entendu 6. Qui offre 6?
I'd say 4 o'clock. Or is that just in the lunch section?
That's all
Everything.
day.
We are currently booking to go to Waltz at 4 o'clock. We did previously have this booked weeks ago when we were thinking about coming here. When we were thinking about eating here. And then we cancelled it. But now that we're here, we're thinking of eating somewhere nice, and we just checked the menu out again. And there's a lot that we'd have. Yay! Okay. We're going to Waltz at 4. We never really do sit down meals, do we? But I think we had a really good experience at Cinderella's. We've got the cash, and I don't want to just spend all my money on ears and snacks. £8 down. Yeah, so Waltz, it's €55 for a set menu, so that's starters, main and dessert. But again, don't really know how we're going to spend all our money. So it's going to be nice to actually go and eat somewhere. So we've just had our first snack of the day, and I say snack, it was quite a big snack. And this is so unlike me. I had a turkey and cheese toasty. I've got some apple slices in my bag, but it was really good. It had melted cheese, and it kind of reminded me of, you know when you go to Greg's and you have their like chicken bake and it's creamy, chickeny cheesiness. It was like that. The turkey was a full slice, but the cheese was like creamy. It was really good. In 5 minutes time we're going to just meet at the plaza because they've got that parade that's like a welcoming parade. I also really like this little area that we're sat in, which runs alongside Main Street on both sides.
Let's all smile bigger, open our hearts, and believe in our dreams.
Amazing. All the way through it I was like, I need to be on that platform at some point. That would be goals. Dancing around the song. Oh yeah. It's a good way to start the day. We're ready for the ride now. So we've been on some rides. I just said I was perked up. Maybe let's just get out of the way.
Get it out of the way, it's a classic.
Okay. So we're now going to go on It's a Small World. I've never been to California, but I know the ride starts outside because I've watched Tomorrowland as well, and I've also watched the Imagineering story. And this is giving me California vibes. I'm dying to go. Oh, there's a rainbow! And a pigeon. Off we go!
One thing that is lacking here that Florida excels in, aircon.
Fans in the queues. Yeah, no. I guess in Paris you don't really expect it to be as hot as this. But with global warming and climate change, they should probably prepare for this. You know, as a child, I bet this is thrilling. Now this is what I think I remember. And it actually gave me nightmares as a child. But I'm thankful at the moment, as an adult, for the shade. Where is she? Lurking around the corner. We did actually just get lost. We followed people. Now we can't get out. And we're sweaty messes.
Doesn't it?
It does. Leon just said it sounds more aggressive when it's in French. I agree. What was it that we were watching yesterday? And it was mainly in French, and I thought, actually, this is better than the non-French version. What did we do? Madame Leota, in the seance room. I felt what she was saying was better in French than in English. American English. Okay, so I have just finished editing the vlog that was meant to be but then wasn't. I still have a story to tell, and if you want to hang around, give me 5 minutes because I'm going to grab a Starbucks tumbler. We have plenty. I'm going to grab some food because it's 2 o'clock and I haven't had lunch. Although I'm probably still not going to have lunch at this point. And I'm going to meet you upstairs.
Are you coming up as well? Yeah, we'll all go upstairs. Come on. Do we need a bit of light? We're just going to go with purple. You know I've got chocolates, don't you? You know I've got chocolates. I know. Oh, thank you. You're not getting a chocolate? Alright. Just gonna have a moment. I know. It's getting a bit too intimate now. Alright. You can... Oh, it's alright. Oh, we're both getting a bit older, mate. It's how serious I'm taking this, but I'm also just going to have a bit of chocolate while I'm doing it. The funny thing is, my battery's probably going to die before I do this. Got to Be by Schwarzkopf sponsors this video and tells you not to use it because it makes you look like a 50-year-old lady with a bouffant. Look, what is this? What is this? Oh, jeez. You're not having a chocolate. All mine with my Jimmy Neutron hair. Cheers. Here's to the vlog that wasn't meant to be, but I refuse to give up. Hello. I know you probably don't expect to see me in my bedroom right now whilst you're enjoying our Paris trip, but the reality is here. I decided to put my camera down and enjoy my trip with my fiancé because we were celebrating our 10 years. From this point, did not document any of it, but it is up here, and I am here today to sign the vlog off, finish the vlog in a descriptive manner. Now, we've mentioned my hair, which is also a lost cause, just like the vlog. But if you have watched Travel Day and you have made it to this point, welcome. I've edited the vlogs, and I just wasn't happy with how it ended. So here's to reliving that, and I have a bad memory, but we're gonna do it. You've seen Tuesday and you've seen midway through Wednesday. The camera's cut, and what you don't see is me and Leon making our way back to the hotel room at Newport Bay. We then get our bearings, and bear in mind we have to keep going back to the room because it's so hot. We booked Waltz, didn't we, in the vlog? And we booked Waltz for 4 o'clock. So we were going back into Disneyland Park, and from what I remember, we just went straight to Waltz. It looked so on theme, and I could just tell that I was going to have a nice meal there. You can sometimes tell because of the atmosphere, and the atmosphere from the cast members as well, that this is going to be money well spent. So we go upstairs, and they've got individual rooms where you sit. These side rooms that they take you in were not busy at all, and for somewhere that is busy, Disney is a busy place, it's also a welcomed break from the day, isn't it? Me and Leon both had a chicken pie to start with, which we really didn't know how big it was going to be, but it wasn't too bad actually. Then we had, I think we had a roast chicken as a main, and then for the dessert, I think Leon had like a lemon tart or something. Then I had the 30th celebration mousse that had almost like an almond cookie. When we were looking through what we were going to have, I also saw at the top of the menu that you can spend 20 euros and get a glass of wine or champagne with every meal. Whenever me and my mum go out, we always get some Sauvignon Blanc. They were quite small glasses, and when the first one came with my starter and I saw that it was small, I thought, oh, this is not money well spent. And then my main came, and then my other wine came, and then the dessert came, and then a full glass of champagne came, and I was thinking, this is where the money is. I'm happy. But by this time, I was sweating. These little glasses of wine were making my face feel numb, and I was feeling it, guys. I think the heat and the amount of food. So I actually had to share this glass of champagne with Leon. It's the only thing that I could say that I was a bit disappointed with was how quick you were. So you'd finish your starter, and then she'd be leaving with the starter, and then the main would be right round the corner. And I almost felt like I didn't have time to actually digest my food. But it's my first ever, I actually think it's my first ever sit-down meal at Disney, even Disney World. Leon's going to be watching this and thinking, you are full of crap. Can you remember that lovely time I took you here? Obviously not. Went into the main hub of Disneyland Park about 8:20 to get ready for the drone show at 9:20 and the fireworks at 9:30. In Florida, like an hour before the fireworks, I think you can visually see a lot of cast members with those green lights, like this way, they're swinging it around, they're loving life. So in Disneyland Paris, if you've ever been, they have platforms, 4 platforms, 2 at the back, 2 at the front. At 9:15, kids were running around on them, and because other kids saw the kids do it, loads of other kids started doing it on the other platforms, and then the parents got up and they were like FaceTiming, Snapchatting, possibly family members, thinking, you know, I'm at Disneyland Paris, I'm on stage here. And the people behind just, you could tell, couldn't see, and we'd all been waiting a while. We had a speaker in the way, but that was our own fault, and we weren't getting Larry, we were just happy that we were actually at Disneyland Paris. 9:18, so 2 minutes before the drone show, we saw the first cast member, and the cast member came round and got them off the platform. But I feel like in Disney World, that would have been manned, that would have been sorted a lot quicker. I can't remember seeing a cast member around. It was, everybody was kind of like able to run free, run riot and do what they like. And that was something that I wasn't too keen on. So then we went back to the room, slept. And then the day after, so this is now Thursday, this is our actual anniversary, we got up at 8:30. No, we didn't. We got to the park at 8:30. First ride that we went on was Web Slingers. Said it was a 5-minute wait, but I think we ended up waiting about 25-30 minutes. And this is just from us getting into the park. Amazing ride, though. It kind of reminded me of Toy Story Mania in the way that you will come out with, like, guns. You will come out with, oh, it's probably not the right thing to say. Not physical guns, like muscle guns. And like my wrists were tight because you're constantly like this. And I was really competitive. Like there were 2 other guys next to us, clearly in a couple. There's me and Leon, and we're kind of like the gays on the front row, all 4 of us. And we were like, let's see how good our wrists are. And I was just like, ugh! I think noises were coming out of me as well. And after all that, I came second. Then we queued for about 20 minutes to go on, it used to be the Backlot Tour, but now it's been rethemed to Cars. Just disappointing. I don't really want to go into it too much more, but just if you've been there, you queue, and it used to be so much bigger. And don't get me wrong, I love the retheme of Cars. I love it, because I love Cars as well, and I think it needed a retheme. But when you go around that bush, and then there's just that lorry with the flood, and then you think, what's next? And then you still go around the corner, and you're still thinking, what's next? And there's a sign saying, see you later. And then you're like, oh, that's all there is. That's pretty short. After that, we then went to Ratatouille. It was a 45-minute wait, got in the queue, and within like 10 seconds, I was punched by a little kid in the back. And I just looked at Leon and thought, you know what? We both kind of didn't say anything, but we knew. It's our anniversary. We're celebrating 10 years together, but nothing is worth this. The single rider queue was 5 minutes. So we went in the single rider queue. We still ended up getting on that ride together, but waited 5 minutes. And we just looked at each other and thought, something is going our way today. And we had a great time. The ride is great, it is what it is. I think now that I've been on Mickey's Runaway Railroad, I think that's won me over a little bit more, but it's still a great ride. And then we came out, and Leon told me that he'd booked in March, that we were having our anniversary meal at Chez Remy. I apologise if I'm saying this wrong, because all the way in our trip, I was like, Mum, guess what? We're going to Chez Remy. I remember we left that park, I didn't have the courage to go on crush coaster. But it was like a 2-hour wait anyway, and then it was down. So secretly I was like, thank God. Oh no, what a shame. I really wanted to go on that. Thank God. We went back to the hotel, got ready. We also went back to the Disneyland park as well. Went on some more rides. We went on It's a Small World again. Like, I just want to specify, It's a Small World in Paris, to me and Leon, it's very good. Like, I'll go on that 3-4 times in a day. I can't say that about the Florida version. So then let's talk about Chez Remy. We get there on time, and we were eating about 5:30, I think. Our first server, bless her heart, was lovely. She loved her job. I think the one thing that I noticed, because I try and look for details, she was smiling up here, and then she had an ID badge on her shorts, where it was obviously a strict photo. So she was like, bonjour, bonjour. And then I was looking down at her shorts, and she was like this, for a ID picture. And I thought, this is breaking the illusion slightly, but I'm going to let it slide, because I'm hungry. Again, 45 minutes, we were served everything. And it got to the point where the atmosphere was lovely. Our dessert actually came with the bill and a completely different lady. And so obviously our server had clocked off. And I remember eating the food and thinking, I'm going to tip this lady like nicely because she's made this experience. This other server who threw our desserts onto the table with the dish with the bill, and I thought, I'm going to play the game now. Like, don't rush me. Like, we're here celebrating our anniversary. We're paying another €55 each, which doesn't include drinks. And now you're asking for the bill within 45 minutes and we haven't touched our desserts. So I still feel like I had steak in my teeth. Like, I wasn't ready to move on to desserts. Leon started eating his. I did not touch mine. And she came over again and said, are you paying cash or card? And Leon said, I'm going to pay cash. And she said, oh, right, okay. Like, looking in the bowl, like, where's the cash? And then she got the hint and she went off. And then she came back 5 minutes later and said, you pay now. You pay now. And Leon was like, oh, you want me to pay now? Now, I think we've all been in that situation where we don't want to ruin our own experience because Leon's made the effort to book this months in advance. Leon's paying for it. The food's lovely, don't get me wrong. But now it's going sour because of this lady. So before, I think I then felt the pressure, so I started eating my dessert, which was lovely. It was an apple tart. Leon then paid, and I'm not going to lie, we didn't tip. We haven't complained in front of them. We still haven't emailed or anything. We were just really not happy with the service. And then she started plonking people next to us. And this is gonna be for this is for you, Adam. We felt hemmed in. And we just felt like we needed to leave because we're now wrecking our own experience just for being stubborn. But I wanted to be stubborn, but I thought, Leon's done this and I'm not gonna carry this on. So we both just kind of left and we thought, you know what, we'll wash our hands with that. We've had a nice experience, but it was kind of ruined by that lady. And I just still think it's a shame that lady who served us originally, because she was going to get a really nice tip. And I don't know how tips work, whether it would have still gone to her or this other lady, but they need to sort the service out there and they actually need to just slow down. I get that a company needs to make money and they're probably just seeing us as a 45-minute hour or an hour slot, but read the room. Like, I don't want to have steak and apple pie on one plate because that's how it felt. So at this point, we made the decision not to go and see the drone show at the studios that night because we just wanted to go back to Disneyland Park because it has such a nice feeling around it and we needed that. And because of the situation the night before, when we're just around a lot of people who are just being rude and inconsiderate to others, we didn't then want to end our anniversary feeling like that again. So we waited until about 8 o'clock when people were then going to start queuing up for the fireworks in Disneyland Park. And we went on Phantom Manor, we went on Pirates of the Caribbean, and we tried to get on Big Thunder Mountain, but there was actually a problem around about 9 o'clock, and it looked pretty serious. Some topics I just want to cover before I stop this. There's a moment where I nearly messaged some friends to ask for some advice because we booked 4 days worth of tickets and it got to Wednesday and Leon went through the barrier first and then I scanned my ticket and on the screen which faces the person who's just gone through said two admissions left or something, or 2 remaining, and we thought, oh no, that must be, they must just give us 4 days worth of tickets, as in like 6 visits or something. I don't know why we thought this. So we were like, oh Christ, it's going to get to Friday and we're not going to have anywhere to go. We're just going to be sat at the train station. And then on Thursday it had 1 left. And we still thought, oh my God, it's still going down. So we went to guest relations, and in the queue to guest relations, I thought, hang on, but that makes sense because on Wednesday we had 2 left. Today we have 1 left. It's days. But we just wanted to confirm it. And I know it sounds stupid, but in the moment we had a bit of a panic and we thought we can't park hop, we can't do what we want to do. But she instantly cleared it up at guest relations and she always was like, no, like, of course, you've booked 4 days. Like, of course, we're not going to throw you out. So that was nice. We cleared that up. So that was one. In Paris, I find everything really cheap. I don't know if you found that out in the vlogs. So cheap. So I'd go back just for that. The food was lovely where we ate. So at Waltz and Chez Remy, really happy with the food. Just how quick it was just put me off. The hotel we stayed at. So we stayed at Newport Bay Club. Excuse me. Really nice. A few problems which they did sort out really quickly. Very dated. And I just think you're paying quite a lot of money for quite a dated room. I did have a really good time and we are going to go back, but I think we're going to go back when Frozen Land opens, the Frozen part opens at Walt Disney Studios, because it's just very much a half park. And for someone that doesn't like big scary rides, there's not much there. I do apologise if it has been a bit of a dodgy vlog. I am a little bit of a perfectionist, and there was a point where I thought I'm not going to put this out, but they're still memories, and I like vlogging, so I'll carry on vlogging, even if it's a little bit awkward. Disney snacks in Paris, the game's off. The game is off. They're not like Florida, but these are good. Like a full bag of these. Quickly have a guess how much you think they are. Full bag of miniature chocolates. I'd say in Disney World, like $15 to $20. I think anyway. €7. Should have got more. I'm gonna go and mainly get a haircut and a lens cleaner. Because if you've watched the vlog as well, you'll know that I need a lens cleaner. Thank you very much for watching. If I haven't covered something that you have a question about, comment on the video or message me wherever and I'll get back to you. I'm happy to. Anyway, thank you for watching and thank you for hopefully ending this a lot nicer and less abrupt. Yeah, me and Alfie, I think Alfie's enjoyed it. I should probably take him out. Anyway, I'll see you at the next one. Thank you, bye.